Welcome back to the channel, and on this episode, I'm going to take you through some design work for the 75th anniversary of Tau Beta Sigma. Tau Beta Sigma was founded on March 26, 1946, which means on March 26, 2021, we will be celebrating 75 years. Tau Beta Sigma has provided exceptional service to collegiate bands while promoting equity and diversity, while also promoting women and empowering women in the band profession, cultivate leadership, educational achievement, music appreciation, and community development. It's a preeminent music organization that has over 160 chapters and over 3,800 collegiate members, representing men and women, strong leadership, and making that thrive throughout the organization. So to be able to reach 75 years is quite the achievement. And I'm lucky enough that I get to design for it. So if you're keeping score at home, I've done the fraternity centennial, and now I'm doing TBS's 75th. And there's a lot of work that goes into this. And I kind of want to show you how I got to the centerpiece of the thing, which is the logo. Now, the concept behind the 75th logo is pretty simple, but the execution of it was anything but, because there were so many different directions I could go in. There's so many different things I could do. And then there was a little doubt in my head of, could I actually pull this off? So the work for it, of course, starts first in the mind, but you really got to get into the sketchbook here. And I'm kind of glad that I date things in my sketchbook when I write notes or do things or sketch things out, because apparently I started this process March 11th of 2019. So 2 years ago is when I started. Almost, wow, 11th is coming up. So 2 years, almost a day, that I started this process. So the Briolet is a common visual theme throughout Tau Beta Sigma's history. The Briolet, in world terms, is a particular cut of a diamond. So seeing that, I wanted to incorporate that because it also references back to the old Texas Tech shield and kind of marry that, because in everything I do, I want to not only reference the organization, but also, if I can, tap into some of the history of the organization visually. So I really went into my sketchbook and then went into Adobe Illustrator trying to figure out, okay, how can I do this? The biggest challenge was the 7 and the 5, figuring out, okay, how can I make this work to where I'm satisfied with it? I can present this to people, that it can be a stamp that's used on all kinds of 75th paraphernalia and promotional material. And after much, tussling with it and playing around with different weights of things, because I wanted everything to be weighted the same, so everything's consistent and clean, and then have elements there and draw that line between not doing enough or doing too much, I arrived at something that I really, really like, and I got to first unveil this to the public at the 2019 National Convention. So since then, I've been able to apply it to different things. There's going to be social media graphic templates that I'm going to create. So some of those have already been seen. I've used it and kind of manipulated it in such things as like ways to celebrate or the 75th fun facts posts, and seeing what I can do and how I can play around with the brand of it, and even create Zoom backgrounds, and there's going to be a whole lot more, but some of which I can't show you because it's not public yet, and others that I can't show you because they're not completed yet. But when it comes to designing something for a big anniversary, you gotta take these tips in mind. Like, remember these if you're what any kind of anniversary. First, you gotta know the brand. You gotta know what you're designing for. if it's a wedding anniversary, if it's an organization anniversary, if it's a company's anniversary, if it's any kind of anniversary, anything representing a historical marker, make sure you know the brand so you know what has already been done in the past. How can you draw upon that visual history to present something that makes people feel good? It marks the occasion, it's professional, and also design something that can be used on a myriad of platforms, because it's going to be used a lot. So you don't want anything that's too complicated to where you can't put it on shirts, you can't put it on hats, you can't put it on various things with ease. The second thing is to build a system. So me designing for the anniversary is not just, okay, do the logo and that's it. How can you use the 75? Will you have an alternate logo that you could use for other things? There will be an alternate logo, but again, I can't show you that yet. Build a system where if you're making, as I have made, multiple banners for it, if you're including other elements in those banners, people are going to associate those other elements with the anniversary. So maybe you could reuse those elements in different ways for other projects within the whole brand of the anniversary. And lastly, after you build the system, make sure you use the system as I'm talking about. So if you have a certain, so the rose is the official flower of Tau Beta Sigma. So in some elements, you will see the rose depicted around the 75th anniversary. So I'm going to use the rose illustration that I did in various platforms and various things. So if you check on the facebook.com/Tau Beta Sigma on the Founders Day, March 26th of 2021, you will see that rose motif on, you know, the avatar and then the cover photo and all that. You'll see it. And then as we go towards our national convention in the summer, you'll see that more and more and more. I really am excited to be a part of what's going to make the 75th anniversary special, and being a part of that and giving all kinds of, you know, designs and just kind of throw those out there for not only for people to see, but some of these will be for people to use so they can feel a part of it. But when you're making something for a special occasion, make it just that. Make it special. Make it something that's lasting. Make something that can be iconic. You already have an iconic brand being Tau Beta Sigma in the first place. So making something for the 75th as a historical marker that will be seen forever. All right, that's going to do it for me on this video. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And make sure as you go along in life, teach as you learn and inspire as you do. See you next time.